I know you guys can't see me, but what's up? This is the summary part of the infirmary video. It is October 14th. We did not get to see the solar eclipse. It's too cloudy and rainy, so but we're going to go around the circle and tell kind of some of our experiences and what we thought of the place. We are here during the daytime today from noon to 4. So I'm going to start with me and some of the things I experienced. I spent a lot of time in Noah's room because he is attached to me personally, and I got emotional quite a few times just because of I just got to thinking about the things that happened to him while he was here. And we also used an AI generator, and it picked up a little boy in his room, which I would have to say would be Noah. In the basement, I was grabbed on my wrist. I mean, it actually broke skin. You can't really see it now, but I will have pictures posted. It broke skin, scared the crap out of me. I ran up the stairs like a sissy, as one should. If you're being grabbed by a spirit, get out of there, de-escalate the situation. In the attic, we had quite a lot of activity, mainly just movement though, but it was still activity. The first floor, like I said, Noah's room. In the doll room, we had some movement around the dolls. Not necessarily the dolls, but we still heard movement in that room. Second story, in Lulu's room, I caught some voice box stuff. Almost sound like she was being raped in the process while we were in there. Listen back to those. I'll have them pinned shortly. So yeah, a lot of stuff here. Like I said, in the attic, it was just non-stop things moving. So let's get to Renee. Renee, what all did you experience? What did you experience on the basement first?
In the basement, the kitchen was the most for us. We think a lot of it was residual. Couple intelligent responses, but mostly just residual, and it was just like voice after voice after voice, and they were they were talking over each other, kind of thing. So yeah, that's pretty much all the basement. I didn't get a whole lot in the rest of the basement.
Okay, how about the first floor?
The first floor, a little bit Noah's room. We were in, Doris's room on the second floor.
No, Doris is on the first.
Doris is on the first. No, Doris is the...
No, Doris is the doll room. That's her room.
In the kitchen.
I was talking about Lulu.
Oh, no, Lulu is upstairs.
Okay, that's where I was confused. In the doll room, in Doris's room, I caught his signature on that chair, and it stayed there for a long time, and nobody had been in there for a while. And so there's heat signature real dark on the wooden chair, and then the chair right beside it, it was kind of yellow. I mean, it was cooling down, but it was, yeah, definitely heat signature. Second floor was in Lulu's room.
Yeah.
We got a lot of responses. We were in there, and that's about it. Attic, we got a lot of just noises and residual people talking over each other.
Okay.
So,
all right.
that's what we got.
Natalie, I know you don't want to be seen. You're good. I'm aiming at the floor.
I just don't want to talk. Can we do class?
Okay, so Natalie saw one of the doors in the basement move. And that's pretty much all she told me. She's very shy and stubborn, so she just don't want to be in the video. Okay, Sam? What did you experience in the basement?
In the basement, well, me being me, decided to go into the mirror room by myself with Renee and a few people on the other side of it. I had something confirmed that it was not human. I also felt like something
Confirmed through the spirit box, correct?
confirmed through the spirit box. And on top of that, we were getting a lot of
REM
REM
pod activity.
Yeah, we were getting a lot of REM pod activity. At one point, it felt like someone was sitting on my chest. And then when I said that I'm bored, unless you do something, I'm leaving, it felt like something got shoved down my throat. And every time I go down there, I've been coughing.
Gotcha.
Since. Like, physically gagging.
Gotcha.
And Renee can confirm that.
Anything else in the basement? Or just mainly in that mirror room?
Mainly in the mirror room, and it's kind of felt like it's been following me all over this place. Like, now since you bothered me, I'm going to bother you, kind of being like a little brother. Annoying. No. No offense to brothers in here.
How about the first floor? Anything special on the first floor that stood out?
Not really. I, of course, went to Noah's room because I like to go to Noah's room. honestly, I wasn't really getting anything. I did get an image on the AI thing looking down the hallway.
Mhm.
Basically, it's like a front of a house with pillars
Mhm.
and a whole bunch of ladies in dresses,
Okay.
Almost like-
we'll have to get that posted for sure.
almost like nuns. I got another one that was an owl when I turned it towards me,
Okay.
and I got something else I would have to look at to remember it.
Okay. How about the second story? Anything really special?
I just was up there. Honestly, I don't think the jail people like me from last time.
The thugs, yeah.
They didn't like me last time. I did not.
Yeah.
Did not hold anything back.
Right.
I don't think
yeah,
anyone
they're-
can blame
they're-
me on that.
No, they're jerks, absolutely.
And I was literally just in there 10 minutes ago.
Gotcha. How about the attic?
Attic, I wasn't really getting anything. Like, we heard something, what did it say? Sit down.
Yeah.
Like, I stood up and started walking toward the Ouija board that's in there.
What
Yeah.
else did it say, Mike?
It says,
Make it out.
you said why and said make it out.
Yeah, make it out.
Gotcha.
Why?
Yeah, because I was being me.
Gotcha. Okay. Michelle, anything you experienced in the basement?
In the basement with Samantha and Renee. When we walked into the mirror room, I was using the heat.
Thermal gun.
Thank you, the thermal gun, and there was a lot of activity on Sam.
Okay.
We heard a lot of when they talk over each other.
Residual, yeah.
Residual, a lot of residual, and I felt a lot of
Activity.
activity myself.
What would you say about the first floor?
The first floor, which one was that with?
One we're on. Noah's room and the doll room and...
Okay, actually, in the room behind me, Renee was by the door and she asked me where Sam went, and I said, I don't know.
Mhm.
And I was standing more towards that entrance.
Mhm.
And I heard something in here, and I was like, anybody in there? And nobody was in here.
Okay, just some noises.
Yeah.
Anything in Noah's room or the doll room?
No, not really, except for
Okay.
the doll room. I was there with you guys, and I heard
The
the
noises?
second, the
Yeah.
noises, definitely.
Okay. How about the second story with the jail cell, Lulu's room, and the man that was pushed out the window?
Was it Lulu's room? Yeah, we had, residual,
Mhm.
and Lulu was trying to talk on the box.
The ghost box. Okay.
Okay, the ghost box. Sorry, I don't know all
Nope,
that
it's
stuff
okay.
yet.
That's why I'm helping you out.
She was, definitely responding to us with
Okay.
that,
Cool.
absolutely. And, it was really great and interesting experience.
And in the attic? Just the same thing, noises?
Did
you Yeah.
come in the attic
Yeah.
with us?
Okay. Anastasia, what did you think of the basement?
I thought there was some very interesting energy.
Very interesting. Did you spend any time in the mirror room?
Yes, with Tristan and Kalissa.
Okay.
And the buzzing or the buzzer sensor was going crazy.
Oh, the REM pod, yeah.
Yeah,
It definitely goes crazy, especially when there's people in there, which I don't understand why. Did you spend any room in the kitchen?
Yes, a little bit.
Or any room, any time, I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually in the kitchen there was a very specific smell that smelled very bad.
Okay. How about the first story?
The first story, I would say,
Noah's room, did you get anything in there?
yeah, we actually had a marble or like a bead get thrown at us.
Mhm. Which is weird. Who was I with last time we had a marble thrown at us in the attic? Do you remember? It might have been. But anyway,
I know Lexi.
yeah, marbles get thrown here. Gets thrown here. I can't talk. I can't. How about the second story? Anything special up there?
Just the same. Like
Just
other
residual?
changes, yeah.
Okay, and then in the attic.
It was very, very cold up there.
It was oddly cold. I'll agree with you there.
Yeah, and there was also like a really tiny like an Ouija board.
Mhm.
It was really creepy.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it gives off very weird vibes.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to add?
Nope. That's
Okay, Kalissa, in the basement, what did you experience?
The freezer where they kept dead bodies is in the basement, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Only let me add on to that. they only keep the bodies in there during the winter when they couldn't bury them. They didn't just casually. Well, no,
Right,
no.
keep
I'm just explaining. They didn't just casually keep bodies in the basement. So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anastasia and I, and Michael, we were in there and we were just getting ready to walk out when Anastasia flipped on the light switch and the door to the freezer immediately started closing super slow.
Gotcha.
And that freaked me out.
Yeah.
I remember the smell in the kitchen too. There's a
How would you describe that? Was it death?
almost like a dead smell, but also just like garbage.
Gotcha.
Like just gross.
Yeah, people just came in. There's 3 people that just walked through.
Okay. Michael, explain or hold topic closer.
Alright, so tell me, like, what all did you experience?
On the first floor, we had some interesting stuff go on in Noah's room. Me, Anastasia, and Michael. And like Anastasia said, there was a bead thrown, and the Boo Buddy teddy bear that we brought in there was going off a lot.
Yeah, so is that pretty much your experiences thus far?
Actually, in the attic, me and Anastasia laid down on the floor in one of the rooms for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and I started to feel like something was pushing on my chest, and that's when I started feeling sick and ended up coming back to the rest of the group.
Okay. You have anything else you want to add?
No.
You all good? How about you, Michael?
Alright, so it started off, we took a quick tour that you were actually guiding, and in the basement there's one room that smelled, I call it the death room, but it just smelled like death, and that room has just like been calling to me the entire time, so as soon as I had the opportunity, I walked straight to it. And there was a sound coming from that room that wasn't coming from it when we first walked through. It was almost like a heater, like a boiler was going off. But I walked in there and like I'm by myself and all of a sudden like something in that room just like crashes. And
Yeah, we've got it on video. We'll be posting it.
I have
soon.
a video of it and I essentially just like ran out of there. And then like right beside that room there's a boiler room and you actually had the voice box and it said you should go. So you should stop.
You should stop, yeah.
Yeah, and you got a picture of that little white creepy thing.
I got a white figure in there, yeah.
Yeah, that was, we then, like, up on the first floor, we went to Noah's room with the teddy bear, and it was just going absolutely crazy. Your AI thing got the picture of Noah in the room. I had the AI thing, and I shined it in there. I got a picture of a teddy bear in Noah's room. And then upstairs in the attic, there was a lot of sounds, temperature changes. Noah's rooms, there was a marble throne. Upstairs, like there was something constantly. Like I saw like a shadow, kind of like go like that. And there was just really just noises and stuff like being thrown like just all around.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's my main experiences.
Okay. Amanda, in the basement.
Okay, let's see. So first of all, I want to say I've been very excited to come here, and ever since we've actually walked into the building, though, I feel like everything in my body is screaming, leave.
Yeah.
Get out, you don't want to be here, they're keeping you here, like that's all I feel when I'm here. Let's see. Okay, actual experiences. The basement was pretty creepy. I did go into the mirror room. We got some stuff on the spirit box, not a whole lot, just kind of some random words. But then it said, die, laugh, and progress, and then it was like, end. And then it like,
That just
wouldn't,
all stopped.
yeah, it wouldn't talk.
Yeah, I was down there for that part.
And I kept feeling like somebody was standing behind me, and then when I was getting ready to leave, I felt something like, when I was like, okay, let's go, I felt something like kind of push me forward out of the chair. Just kind of like, yep, time to go. Noah's room, it just feels really heavy when you walk in there. I don't honestly, my phone ended up dying. I did, when I got up to the attic, it was at 45%, and by the time I left the attic, like, 15 minutes we were up there, it was dead. It was at 5%, and it died when I was walking down the stairs. So it drained my battery. Lulu's room was a little intense. I went in there with Matt, and we didn't get a single thing. And then I went back later by myself, and as soon as I walked in there, like, I kept hearing, like, tapping from under the bed. I kept, like, seeing little shadows out of the corner of my eye. Of course, by that time my phone had died.